Hi guys, it's Sabi here. I'm super excited about today's video. So I'm gonna be reviewing Minami Lane. Um, this Minami Lane is a short game, so I just wanted to state that from the beginning, so nobody's disappointed by the gaming review. It's an indie game. It was a really cute game. Just a disclaimer, I did get a Steam key for this game from Wholesome Game, so thank you to Wholesome Game for the Steam key, but all opinions are my own, so let's dive into Minami Lane. So, Minami Lane is a tiny, cozy, and casual management sim in which you can build your own street and customize building. In your street, you can basically build different types of shops and decide what gets sold in them. Your goal is to maximize your villagers' happiness and fill your street with beautiful looking buildings. This game is Japanese inspired, and you can basically play it in two modes, which I will go to in a bit. So basically, you build homes in your street which have villagers living in them. You then continue to improve the homes by beautifying them, and you build shops in the street. You have different types of buildings as well. You will manage each shop, and then you can basically start your day and watch your villagers live their life. They make comments, and you can see the comments on the chat bubble. If you press on each villager, they will basically tell you what they wish they could change on your street, and you can do that to improve your street. So essentially, Minami Lane is a 2 to 4 hour playtime. Or if you're someone like me who likes to take their time, then mine took 5 hours to play. You basically customize your own lane and you manage the shops as we've said. You can do that by adjusting the recipes, the inventory, and the prices. You do need to use your brain a little bit to think strategically, but it's nothing major, so it's still very cozy and very low stake game. This applies if you play the mission rather than if you play creatively or like freely. So while your villagers live their life, you basically try to find tanukis and you pick up the trasher, and you keep track of what each villager tells you every day. Eventually, you'll be able to save what they say, and even further down the game, you'll be able to purchase a server that will automatically save the chat bubbles for you. Just keep in mind, this is not a multiplayer game. It is an indie developed game, so they were working with a limited budget. You can choose to play in sandbox mode or in mission mode, which we'll talk about soon. Also, this game has been released in Mac, so you can also play it in Mac, but they don't have console mode, so it's not released on Switch yet. The developers did say that if they do have the budget, they will be releasing a Switch or considering releasing a Switch, this game on Switch basically. So let's watch the game trailer of Minami Lane, and yeah, let's just watch that together, and then we'll discuss the game. So see, on the first thing that you notice is the art. It's so cute. So you can build your street as we've already said. There's a modern house. There's customization. I think trailers are always a great way to get an insight into the game. Obviously. You can see how the game looks. You can see what they're advertising, how you can manage each shop individually. There's ramen noodle shop. There's daily news, which we'll talk about in detail in this video. That's Tanuki. You also have people riding bikes, and if you click on them, that gives you extra money. Yep. So that's the trailer. So let's discuss this game. So as you can see, there are two modes. There's planner mode and there's creative mode. So planner mode is basically you start to build your dream street slowly with limited starting resources. This is basically the mission, what the game calls mission. So it basically gives you a list of things you need to achieve in every single mission or chapter. That's basically what a mission is a chapter, and you basically need to achieve the specific goal. So we'll talk about the different missions next, but that's the strategically building one. You have a limited amount of money starting off, and you need to earn the money in order to meet the requirement, because you have to earn money to spend money. So that's the planner mode, and that's the mode I played at. I enjoy having like a to-do list, I guess, or a task list that guides me in games, and I can basically read through it and actually see what I want to achieve from every single chapter. But there's another mode, there's a creative mode. So basically, in a creative mode, you have a lot of money starting off. You can build whatever you want. You don't have specific objectives that you have to meet in order to meet to achieve the chapter, basically, or to achieve the mission. And that's quite fun in this game. I think that could be very fun for a lot of people who enjoy like building like sim builds and stuff like that, because you can do that in here and you can adjust things accordingly. There's no limitation. You actually have the money you need to build whatever it is that you want to build. And if you see the buildings that are offered in this game, it's quite cute. The art is cute as well. It's very relaxing. I think creative mode would be perfect as a low stake option for most people to play at. However, I did prefer planner mode. I'm type of person that needs to know what I want to achieve in the game in order to enjoy it. So now let's talk about the mission mode. So first let's have a look at how it looks in the game. So here how it actually goes on mission 1. So you can't actually build the boba tea from the very beginning because you need to meet certain requirements beforehand. So it took me a while before I could build it. So by this time I had a few other shops like the ramen noodles and stuff. You can decide on the roof, you can choose the color. It's super cute. And in the beginning you don't know what the best variety of the boba tea to pick. So you can just choose whatever it is that you actually like in real life. So that's what I did. I picked the high amount of tea because I love tea. I put a lot of I don't actually like sugar. I don't know why I put so much of that. But anyway, you can decide what's the perfect for it, and you just press done and you go along. So this was the first mission. So I didn't really understand the game just yet, but as you go through the game, you realize that different populations like different things. So basically, you have youth and you have elderly. But in here, I think so far it was only youth because we only built the youth house. Okay. But yeah, so I'm just fixing the ramen noodle stuff. But the whole point was to build the boba tea, which we have done. And you can only build one building a day, so that's quite annoying, but I guess it's just meant to make it a bit more challenging, so that you have to try to strategically meet the objective. So anyways, we started the day, and I just want to show you guys one gameplay. So you can click on the character and the bubble pops up on top. So now this is the beginning of the game. As I said before, you can eventually save them, but at this point of the game we couldn't save them. But we only have 15 people, so you can end up remembering the general idea of what most of them like and don't like. So I basically saw what people liked from a boba stuff and what they didn't like, and I just adjusts it according to that, because obviously you only have one recipe and there's all these people, they all have different preferences. So basically what happens is you make the adjustment according to these people, and then the next round you'll get a new comment and so on. If you're doing it well, you will get a comment from the villagers saying that they really like it. So it's quite fun and it's quite cute as well. So that's the essential idea. So basically we have 4 other missions, so let's just go over them really quickly. So the second one, you've got youth and elderly. This is what I was talking about. So basically we have 2 types of population for the most part. You do get an extra type of population later on, but I won't reveal that. I feel like it's a cute surprise, you know what I mean? Yeah, so the second one is youth and elderly. And in this mission, it gets quite interesting because now you need to think about your story strategically. You still have a limited amount of money, and your youth doesn't like the same thing as your elderly population, which means that every single shop is gonna have to be either 2 shops, or you're gonna have to find a middle line of a recipe that kind of works for both of them. The other issue is youth people are obviously willing to spend less than the elderly populations are, so you have to kind of balance both of these 2 things. So it gets a bit challenging at this mission level, and you learn stuff at this mission level that you kind of maintain over the next 3 missions. So I had fun in this mission level. I thought it was quite nice, and you know, like you kind of challenge yourself to have 2 of everything so that you can earn more money and you can please both your youth population and your elderly population. Yeah. So the third one becomes quite cute. It's Perfect Street. It's basically when you want to start attracting cats. Now the whole reason this is very cute is obviously you get to pet the cats in the game. There's also an achievement on Steam for how many cats you pet. But I really liked this mission as well, because you focus more on beautifying your street, which has become very important in the later missions as well, not just for the cats, but to achieve your objective. The fourth one is a sing-along festival. Basically, you just have a few objectives that you achieve. I thought this mission was okay. I liked the other 2 missions a bit more, but there was nothing wrong with it. And mission 5 is Blissful Harmony. So this mission is the one that comes with the surprise population. The picture kind of gives it away, and it's obviously Japanese inspired game, but it's quite fun mission. And obviously by the 5th mission you're kind of already used to the 2 populations that you had. You know how to attract cats, you know what you need and you don't need. So I enjoyed this mission the most because you can basically apply everything that you've learned so far in the 4 other previous missions in here, and you get a new population at the same time. You start to generate a high amount of income, and there's no objective about like limiting the amount of buildings you can build. You need 1 type of each building, which was quite fun for me at least. And I think it's quite fun in this mission where it just brings everything in the game together. I think the developers did a really good job at doing that, at just bringing all the different factors together. So I did enjoy this game. I enjoyed how we have different missions with the chapters. obviously, as we mentioned in the beginning, you can play this game freely in sandbox creative mode, and you won't have any restrictions. You'll have all the money you need, and you can basically choose what to build, who to tailor it for. But I did prefer playing this game in mission, and I did enjoy the fifth one the most because you get everything together and you just basically enjoy playing it. That's kind of why it took me a bit of time to finish this game because it does say it's 2 to 4 hours gameplay. I spent 5 hours on it just because I really enjoyed this level and I just kept playing afterwards, even after achieving my objective, which you can do in every single mission. You can keep playing afterwards. So finally, let's discuss the pros and cons of the game and my overall opinion about the game and who would enjoy this game. So first we're gonna talk about the pros of the game. So this is a low stack cozy game. You can enjoy your time. Even if you don't like the objectives, you can play in a creative mode. You can take your time. There's no time limit for most of the missions, so you can literally play it for as many days as you want, not like days in the game basically. It's a very cute art style, it's Japanese inspired, the animation is good quality, the objectives are challenging. You do have to think a little about it if you do want to play in a mission mode. To achieve the modes basically, to achieve the chapters and the objective. I really did enjoy it and I do think it has quite some few pros. And now, so just keep in mind with the con, I'm just being quite nitpicky. I did enjoy this game. What I didn't enjoy is you can't build up on the mission. So you have 5 missions until the 5th mission. For the most part, you're kind of just playing bits and pieces of different parts of the game before you get to the 5th mission where you can bring everything together. I wish that basically in mission 1, if you earn a specific amount of money, you could transfer it to mission 2 with the new skills and new things that you could build up. But I think this would make the game more complicated, more longer. They would have to add new objectives, new gameplay. So I guess it doesn't fit with how the game was built. So both of the cons are about that you can't transfer money or skills to the next mission and you can't build up from mission to mission. So for me, what I felt was for the first 4 missions, you're basically just playing each mission individually. You're learning about the stuff from that specific mission, and then you do kind of apply it in the next mission, but it's not very direct. It's just kind of, I don't know, like I wish there was just a bit of more build up of it and more transferable skills and money. And that way you can kind of build like a whole, I don't know, village rather than just a street. But that's not what this game is about. It is a short game. I didn't go into the game thinking that you could do that, but this is just what I wanted the game to have. Obviously, you might feel the same way and you might not. But I did enjoy the game despite this. So who is this game for? Let's talk about that. So this is the last part of the video, so this is just my opinion and who I think this game is for. So I did like this game. I'd probably rate it a 7 out of 10. And I think that this game would be perfect for those who enjoy a cozy, low-stake game. You basically are not expecting to achieve much. You enjoy a short game, and you kind of just want to relax as you're playing. So I game because it helps a lot with my anxiety. When I'm feeling like that, I quite enjoy playing games like this. It's a short game. It's perfect for those who enjoy cozy games, obviously, but also who won't get annoyed that this is short. A lot of people hate short games, so I'd definitely avoid this game if I were you. And also people who like anime and manga and just Japanese inspired stuff would enjoy this game as well. Obviously, I don't watch anime and that stuff, but I still enjoyed the game. I really liked the fact that there were a lot of Japanese inspired food and things like that that you could look at in the game. So, finally, um, I think I quite enjoyed making this video. I just want to thank Wholesome Games for giving me a key in exchange for my honest opinion. Um, Thank you for the key for this game. I quite enjoyed it. I would definitely play more of this game if the developers decide to ever expand on this game. I'm happy that it's in Mac because a lot of the games are not. So if you have a Mac laptop, you can play this game, which is quite nice. Now, follow me if you like this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be posting more videos like this. Like this video and share it with your friend that you know will enjoy a cozy game review.